Nathan Harris. I'm doing my informative speech on intermittent fasting. We show the audience. Alrighty. When you think about changing your eating habits, the first thing that comes to mind is eating the right foods and avoiding the wrong foods. We hear and see dieting trends just about everywhere, and they all say the same. Stay away from carbs, stay away from fats, sugars, stay away from gluten, and eat less in general. And then you have I have to purchase a bunch of products just to go on this diet. The 10-day smoothie cleanse, Shakeology, Atkins, etc., etc. All of which I don't have time or money for. And not to mention, those are not sustainable diets. So you just end up gaining whatever weight you lost once you go back to your normal routine. Getting to the point, what if I told you that it's not all about what you eat, but when you eat? If I told you it's possible to burn fat, lose weight, if you want, build muscle, and just feel healthier all around by simply changing when you eat, not what you eat, would you believe me? Alright. This is the part where someone usually tells you to pull out your wallet or your purse because they have something to sell you. But intermittent fasting is not something that you have to buy into. Intermittent fasting is where you consume all of your calories in a specific window of time. Intermittent fasting is a tool, not a diet. It's more of a guideline for scheduling your meals. Like I said, it's all about eating in a certain window. There are 3 basic windows: the 16-hour fast and the 8-hour eating window, the 20-hour fast and the 4-hour eating window, and the warrior diet, or the Herschel Walker, which is just eating 1 meal a day. That is more for the more extreme bodybuilders and people who need to cut weight in a short amount of time. Now keep in mind that all of these windows are just guidelines, and they could all be modified to fit your personal day-to-day agenda. When people hear fasting, they think of starvation. That's because we were always taught that we should eat all day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is not actually healthy at all. Our bodies simply were not built to consume food all day. One of the main reasons people gain weight is because of insulin. Insulin is a hormone responsible for turning glucose into fat. So when you eat all day, you're constantly spiking your insulin levels, turning glucose into fat all day. During your fasting window, insulin levels drop. You're not consuming any sugars, so your insulin levels remain low. But at the same time, your body needs to maintain a certain blood glucose level to maintain energy throughout the day. So how does it do that? The answer is glucagon. Glucagon does the opposite of insulin, maintaining your blood glucose level by turning fat into glucose so you still have the same amount of energy to make it throughout the day. Another amazing thing intermittent fasting will do is boost your growth hormone, the most powerful fat-burning hormone in the body. Growth hormone protects muscle, builds lean body mass, and does a whole host of other things. The list can go on. One myth about intermittent fasting is that you will actually lose muscle from fasting. It's true that fasting can cause the breakdown of muscle, but during your fasting window, your body will increase your epinephrine levels, which not only accelerates the fat-burning process, but protects lean muscle for up to 72 hours. And since you don't fast for any time over 20 hours, there is 0 muscle loss involved. Now, when people hear going for 16 to 20 hours without eating and only drinking water or black coffee, they don't think they can do it. But considering you will be asleep for most of your fasting window, it's not as hard as you think. The way I do it is with a 16-hour fast and an 8-hour window for eating. I usually stop eating around 9 p.m. I'm in bed by 10:30. I'm up by 6 or 6:30. I go to work and I go to lunch around 1 p.m., which is my first meal of the day. I've been doing this for almost 2 months, and at first it was difficult because I love to snack throughout the day. But after about a week, I was used to the schedule and wasn't even thinking about food until around 12:30. There are days I do find myself craving something a little earlier than what my eating window is. And since it doesn't happen too often, I usually just go grab a snack. I don't torture myself. I still go out and I have a few beers from time to time, even after my eating window. Nothing has really changed in my day-to-day. With intermittent fasting, you still have to be smart. You cannot fast and then eat 3,000 calories in 8 hours. I refuse to give up beer and red velvet cupcakes with cream cheese frosting, and I still managed to lose 4 pounds in almost 2 months. I did not get into intermittent fasting to see drastic weight loss. Keep in mind, the more you lose still depends on your calorie intake and your amount of exercise. I got into intermittent fasting to build lean muscle and to lose my gut, which I managed to do. All right. So my weight will not change much, just my appearance. Intermittent fasting can be a great tool for those who follow it. There's no purchase necessary. Nobody's trying to get rich off of it. And it has great health benefits, as I mentioned earlier. The only people who should steer away from intermittent fasting are people with eating disorders, such as anorexia and bulimia. And that's it. Yep.